The Catholic Church has snubbed Joe Biden. This is interesting. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops overwhelmingly voted 168 to 55 to draft a document that they hope will prevent President Biden and other Catholic politicians from receiving communion if they advocate for abortion rights. They say Biden is the United States' second Catholic president and the country's most religiously observant leader since Jimmy Carter. By the way, JFK was the other Catholic, per the New York Times. Enforcing the rule to deny communion would be up to individual bishops. Last month, Cardinal Louis Ladaria, the head of the Vatican's doctrine office, sent a letter to the conference imploring them to carefully deliberate before making the decision. The cardinal advised that the bishop should seek unanimous approval, adding that it could become a source of discord rather than unity within the episcopate and the larger church in the United States. Quote, that's a private matter, and I don't think that's going to happen, Biden told reporters on Friday when asked about the vote. So I guess they needed unanimous. 168 to 55 was the vote, but they are leaving it up to the individual bishops to say, maybe we'll withhold communion from that. So for people who don't know, communion is this symbolic thing where you take like a little wafer and it's supposed to be the body and blood of Christ and you eat it. Really goofy, really silly. I was raised Catholic, so I happen to know about a lot of this stuff. And they're literally saying, hey, leave it up to the bishops, leave it up to the individual Catholic leaders. If they don't want to give communion to somebody who's pro-abortion, that's fine. They can ban them from communion. Okay, I have a very simple response to that. Churches are tax exempt in the United States, but they're only tax exempt because there's this deal where they're apolitical. They stay out of politics, or nominally they're supposed to do that. This is them getting directly involved in politics. Okay, so if you're going to do this, you have to pay taxes. Do you have any idea how much money that would be in taxes for the government? They make a ridiculous amount of money. Tax-free. So if you're going to get directly involved in politics and not uphold your end of the bargain, then okay, we'll tax you. How you like them apples? My guess is they'd flip back like that immediately. I mean, listen, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, you're going to micromanage who's in your club and nitpick based on political ideology? Why stop there? You know, I would argue that when you look at Christianity and various branches of Christianity, Jesus was like a hippie Marxist before hippies and Marxism were a thing. So if you're not a hippie commie, should you be banned from having communion? So if you have right-wing beliefs, should you be banned from getting communion? Hey, Jesus would care for the homeless first and foremost. If anybody has a tough view on homelessness, criminalize it, lock them up, don't help them. If that's your view, should you be banned from communion? If you're pro-war, that seems to be against the message of Jesus. Should you be banned from communion? They nitpick only the ones that they care about, only the views that they currently care about. And apparently that one is abortion now. But all the other ways, death penalty. By the way, notice they didn't say Joe Biden flipped. He said he was against the death penalty, now he's for it. So you can't have communion because you're in favor of the death penalty now. That's very un-Jesus-like. They didn't say that. It's only over that one specific issue. If you want to nitpick and you want to be exclusionary, okay, go ahead. But you're not going to get a tax break. You're not going to be tax-free. Sorry. That's definitely the way it should work. But listen, on the other hand, I should be thanking these people because you want to start nitpicking people's politics and exclude them from your shitty club, then your shitty club is eventually going to fold. Younger generation is already less religious, and they should be. And you're giving them more reason to be less religious. We're going to kick you out of our terrible club because of you think X, Y, and Z. Okay, bitch. See ya. Go ahead. Become more and more irrelevant as time goes by. And funny enough, I think that's what this Pope knows that previous ones didn't. That you have to sort of keep up with the times to one extent or another, or else you become irrelevant. So he's trying to like walk that line between still being somewhat conservative, but also being more open-minded. But clearly, the rest of them didn't get the message. So here we are. They want to exclude the second Catholic president from even getting communion because he disagrees with them on some issues. And by the way, just so you know, the Catholic Church, I saw a great poll on this a few years ago. It's almost exactly 50-50. Like half of the people in the Catholic Church are Democrats, half of the people are Republicans. So you want to piss off half your fucking people? By all means. People will be running for the doors as quickly as possible. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.